Hello people, my name is Craig J. James and welcome to my channel. I can't believe that this is now my third video. This is my third video in the same day. Never before have I done this. Well, originally it was supposed to be two, because the previous videos, that was supposed to be one whole video. It was a sermon that I did. I did a sermon today because tomorrow I won't have the time because I'll be spending all day at an art course. So that's why I made the sermon today. But an accident happened. This camera, well, it's a phone, but the camera fell and it stopped. So instead of starting all over again, I just continued and I put it into two parts. Okay, this is a completely different video. This isn't a sermon because I done that today. Today I'm here to talk about those silly protesters who are boycotting traffic, who are preventing drivers from getting to their destination because they're sitting in traffic, holding up a banner that says "Insulate Britain." And what is all this about? Well, they're all protesting because they say that they care about the elderly, and so do I. And they are saying that they are being heavily taxed on their pensions and they can't afford to eat or heat. Sorry, I made a mistake there. But no, what it is, because the pension's been so heavily taxed, what's happening is they have to choose. That's it. They have to choose whether to eat or heat. They can't afford to do both, and so they're saying that they care about these people, and understandably I agree with them. I care for them also, but they're going about it the wrong bloody way. They're stupid, they are idiots. And what the hell has blocking traffic, or what the hell has punishing law-abiding citizens who just simply want to get about their day? What has any of this, what has traffic got to do with pensioners who should be able to afford their own home, and they should be able to both afford to eat and heat their own houses to keep them warm this winter? See that over there? That's a photo of Greater London. Yes, I'm in Swansea, and yet I have a photo of that. It's a painting, it is. We can go up, we'll have a closer look. There we are. See? That's Bromley, that's Havering, that's Tower Hamlets, that's Hackney, that's Greenwich, that's Ealing, that's Ellington, that's Harrow. Right, all this is Greater London. That's the River Thames. And I believe there is where the millennium thing is called. I can't really remember what it's called, but I put that in there as a scripture. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. I believe, right, as Psalm chapter 46, verse 1, I believe that this scripture does refer to London, because London is in a mess. Sadiq Khan cares more about people who are unvaccinated and cares more about people who are not muzzled like dogs. He is more concerned about that than actually sorting out real crime in London, which is of course acid attacks, a theft crime, a gun crime, and scumbags on scooters stealing mobile phones. No, he doesn't care about that. All he cares about is punishing people who are not vaccinated and punishing people who wish to breathe fresh air. But anyway, getting back on topic, Insulate Britain. These stupid protesters, they're causing havoc, they're causing strife, and they're causing anger towards these drivers. Why? Because they're blocking traffic. They're preventing people from getting to work. They are preventing parents from taking their kids to school. And worse, if that doesn't top it all up, even worse, they are preventing ambulances from getting by to take sick people to hospital. And of course, some of these patients are on life support. Their injuries or their illnesses, whatever elements they have, they are they're life-threatening and they need to get to hospital. But no, they're still blocking traffic. And let me tell you something, shall I? These idiots are going to get themselves killed. I don't see how blocking traffic, I don't see how making drivers angry has anything to do with pensioners who can't either heat their own homes or afford to eat. There's no correlation. I just don't understand their thinking, right? But I've seen so much video footage of these drivers getting out of their cars. They're dragging these time wasters, these idiots, off the road and using their own banners against them. And how are they doing this? They are using their own banners to tie them to railings and tie them to lamp posts. In fact, one driver in a black car got so angry that she gave them a little nudge. Now, that's only the start of things. It's only a matter of time before a person really gets into a full-on rage and drives these people over, and understandably. I don't condone it, of course not, because it's a murder, but what do you expect? If you sit in the middle of a busy road, expect to eventually get run over. It's like a fire. If you play with fire, expect to get burnt. If you play in water, expect to be drowned. If you stand behind a horse in a field, expect to get kicked. So there's no difference with playing with traffic, is there? If you play with traffic, expect to get run over. And if you get run over, I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. Why? Because you're stupid. These people are stupid, and these people are taking the piss, because as soon as the drivers drag them off the road, that's right, they're so lazy that when they're being dragged, they won't even get up and walk away. They have to be dragged like rag dolls, and then as soon as they're dragged off the road and the drivers go back into the cars, what happens then? They go and sit back in the same bloody place where they were dragged off in the first place. And yet, when, not if, because if this nonsense doesn't stop, right, it's a when, a not if, right, and when they do get run over and they survive, they then, of course, will play the victim. Oh, but these drivers, they're horrible people, and because they tried to drive over, this is the middle of fucking roads, what do you expect? You know, and and all these people, I am jumping to conclusions here, but to be honest, I don't care, right? All these people are on benefits, right? So they are living off, so they are leeches, they're living off the taxpayer, right? And how do I know they're on benefits? Because they got so much time on their hands. If they weren't on benefits and they actually had, jobs where they contributed to society, then they wouldn't have time to do any of all this, would they? They obviously have so much time on their hands, and that's why they are doing this. I have no support for these idiots because, well, they're idiots. I have no time for time wasters. I have no time for stupidity. I'll say it again and I'll finish off by saying this. You ready? If you play with traffic, expect to get injured. If you play with traffic, expect to get run over. If you play with traffic, expect to get killed. These Insulate Britain protesters are idiots, and so are these Extinction Rebellions. Extinction Rebellion, because they're doing the same thing also. Right, anyway, please comment, please subscribe, and please don't hesitate to hit that like button. Thank you, and God bless. Unbelievable idiots, absolute idiots. The world is full of idiots.